To catch a spike on boom and crash, there are three major things that you need to do. The first thing is to identify the trend. It's a clear uptrend. You can see the higher high, higher lows, and higher highs. So this is what forms an uptrend. So this is the first condition which has been met, showing us that this is an uptrend. So then we zoom out, and then the second condition is to identify. So we identify the last candle before the recent 4-hour candle. So in this case, the last candle was bullish. So we have to mark the high and mark the low. So we mark the high of the previous candle and we mark the low of the previous candle. Okay, so that we can know the range of our trading. Okay, before we continue on the next condition, I would like to encourage you to subscribe to this channel so that you get more strategies and useful tips on how to trade profitably. So our next condition is the area of interest, our point of interest, which is that area where the previous 5 minutes candle spike. That area, we're looking at zone. So that zone where the previous candle spiked, that's going to be our first point of interest. So in this place, we'll wait for the 5 minutes candle to get to that zone where the previous candle spiked. I'm taking my trades now because it's already approaching that area. So I'm taking my trades, and once it fully enters that area, that exact point, there will be a very sharp spike. But in this case, the market can either react here or enter into the zone of liquidity. But for you to get a perfect entry, it's best to always wait for your zones of liquidity, because that will give you a higher win rate or a higher chance of getting a spike. So for those that have smaller accounts, you wait for areas of liquidity. You wait for the market to come down very well before placing your trades. So my first entries are on the zone of demand and supply. That zone, I'm taking my trades there. So if the market doesn't give me a good reaction here, then I will wait for zone of liquidity for placing my 2 last trade. So, well, let's see if market will give us a good spike at this particular demand zone. Okay, let's say it's a blue spike. Okay, we're getting a very small spike. This is a very small spike. So it means that the price is actually going towards liquidity zone. You can see the small candle there, small bullish candle. So it means that price is actually going towards liquidity zone. So we'll wait for price to enter liquidity zone. This zone has failed because you didn't give us a good spike. So this demand zone has failed. So we'll wait for price to get to liquidity zone. So when we say liquidity zone, we are referring to areas, not a particular point, areas where there are lots of buy and sell orders. So in this case, we're looking for areas where there is likely to be stop losses. Okay, these zones now, when price cut some stop losses out, then price will tend to react in the opposite direction. So these are areas where traders likely put their stop loss. Once price gets enough liquidity, that liquidity will enable price to shoot up. In this case, give us a very good spike. So price is yet to reach that zone, but once we get to that zone, we are sure, we are at least 80% certain or 70% certain that price will give us a good reaction if that is a valid liquidity zone. But in this case, since we are actually on a bullish trend, and you can see the structure of the candles, there's a low, there's a higher high, there's a higher low. It's actually an uptrend, so you know that the bulls have the markets, they have price is on their side. So this is a clear market. It's a clear bullish market. So therefore, we expect price once it gets to a liquidity, a good liquidity zone, it will just be triggered. So we'll also mark areas of interests. So we'll also mark of interests, areas of interest. These are the possible places that we expect once price get to that area, there will be a reversal. So I just marked them now for you. This is a good zone. So now let's watch and see at what point will price respect our order and give us profits. So let's see. One important trait of a forex trader is the ability to be patient. You have to wait for the right moment to strike. Okay, so we are patiently waiting now for price to get to our zone. Price just enter that zone. We will take some of our orders right now. Okay, that zone. You can either take at this zone, because sometimes you're not God that knows exactly when price would react. You are making a tentative guess that this is a zone that price will likely react, so that you can be lucky and get a direct entry. But I would like to start my entry from the tip of the first area of liquidity. That's the first tip. So, but I know definitely price will still drop a little lower, but I'm taking trades because sometimes price might just get to that zone and then react immediately. So if you don't put an entry there, you might miss out. So price might either react at the tip of that quick shoot, or may likely go down a little bit, clear stop loss, and then get liquidity, clear stop loss, and then boom, it will flow. So either ways, you're still on the winning side. Whether you take, even though you take your entries in directly at the tip of the previous bullish candle, or you take you allow price to drop a little lower before taking your trades. Either ways, you'll still be profitable. So that's let's wait and see when the spike will likely occur. I'm expecting the spike to happen now, because it has happened. Wow, that's awesome. It has happened immediately, the exact time I said it to happen. So this is exactly how you get your spikes. These are the zones you should trade. Expecting more spikes. So let's see what happens next. Expecting more spike. Wow, I told you guys it's gonna happen. So this is trading for you. This is how you get good trades. This is how you get good trades. The best trades are the trades where you wait for liquidity. That's the best kind of trade we can ever wait for. So guys, see you on our next video. Thank you. Okay, so I encourage you to subscribe, because I share important trading tips. I share good trading strategies that will help you. I also share psychological tips that would balance and help you become a better trader. So come part of the family. This video was made for you to help you become a good trader. So if you got to this point, then thank you for watching.